We've got breaking news that's about to shake up the entire NFL. Dallas is on the verge of a blockbuster trade that could instantly transform them into Super Bowl favorites. I'm talking about a move so big, it'll make the rest of the NFC East shake in their cleats. You won't believe who Jerry Jones is trying to bring to Big D. This isn't just another rumor, folks. This is the real deal. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the game-changing superstar who might be suiting up in the silver and blue. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. We're bringing you the hottest Cowboys news every single day, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. All right, let's get into it. Sources close to the Cowboys organization have just leaked some mind-blowing information about a potential trade that could reshape the entire landscape of the NFC East. Now, I know we've heard rumors before, but this time it's different. This is the real deal, folks. Word on the street is that the Cowboys are in serious talks with a top-tier NFL team about acquiring one of the league's most dynamic playmakers. We're talking about a player who could instantly elevate Dallas from a playoff contender to a legitimate Super Bowl threat. I'm not exaggerating when I say this could be the biggest move we've seen from Jerry Jones in years. Now, I know you're all dying to know who this mystery player is, but let's build up the suspense a little bit. Think about what the Cowboys need right now. We've got a solid quarterback in Dak Prescott, a beast of a running back in Tony Pollard, and some talented receivers. But what are we missing? What's that one piece that could take us over the top? I'll give you a hint. This player has been to multiple Pro Bowls, has a highlight reel that'll make your jaw drop, and is in the prime of their career. Any guesses? Drop them in the comments below, and let's see who can figure it out before I spill the beans. While you're thinking about it, let's talk about why this trade is so crucial for the Cowboys right now. We all know that the NFC East is getting tougher every year. The Eagles are coming off a Super Bowl appearance, the Giants are on the rise, and even the Commanders are making moves. The Cowboys can't afford to sit back and hope for the best. They need to be aggressive, and that's exactly what this trade represents. But it's not just about keeping up with our division rivals. This is about making a statement to the entire NFL. The Cowboys haven't been to a Super Bowl since 1995, and that drought has gone on way too long. Jerry Jones knows it, Mike McCarthy knows it, and every single Cowboys fan out there knows it. This trade could be the catalyst that finally brings the Lombardi Trophy back to Dallas. Now, I know some of you might be worried about what we'd have to give up to make this trade happen. And you're right to be concerned. Anytime you're going after a top-tier talent, you've got to be prepared to pay the price. But here's the thing, sometimes you've got to risk it to get the biscuit. The Cowboys have a solid foundation of young talent, and they've been smart with their draft picks in recent years. They're in a position where they can afford to make a big move like this. All right, I think I've kept you in suspense long enough. It's time to reveal the identity of this game-changing player. Are you ready for this? The player that the Cowboys are reportedly in talks to acquire is none other than Derrick Henry, the bruising running back from the Tennessee Titans. I know, it sounds crazy, but hear me out. The Titans are in rebuild mode, and Henry's not getting any younger. Meanwhile, the Cowboys have been looking for that perfect complement to Tony Pollard ever since Ezekiel Elliott left. Imagine a backfield with both Pollard and Henry. That's the kind of 1-2 punch that defensive coordinators have nightmares about. Now, some of you might be thinking, wait a minute, didn't you say we already have a beast of a running back in Tony Pollard? And you're absolutely right. But here's the thing, in today's NFL, you can never have too many weapons. Look at the San Francisco 49ers with Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel, or the Miami Dolphins with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. The best teams in the league are loading up on playmakers, and that's exactly what the Cowboys would be doing with this trade. But it's not just about Henry's on-field production, as impressive as that is. This is a guy who's rushed for over 2,000 yards in a season. He's a touchdown machine. But more than that, he brings a level of toughness and physicality that the Cowboys' offense has been missing. He's the kind of player who can wear down a defense over the course of a game, making life easier for Dak Prescott and the passing game. And let's not forget about the impact this would have on the Cowboys' red zone offense. We've all seen the frustration when Dallas gets inside the 20 and can't punch it in. With Henry, that problem goes away. He's one of the most effective goal line backs in NFL history. Give him the ball near the end zone, and more often than not, he's coming away with 6 points. Now I can already hear some of you saying, but what about the cost? What would we have to give up to get Henry? And that's a fair question. The details of the trade talks are still under wraps, but we can make some educated guesses. The Titans are likely looking for draft picks and young talent. The Cowboys might have to part with a first-round pick, maybe a mid-round pick as well, and possibly a promising young player. Is it worth it? In my opinion, absolutely. The Cowboys have a window right now with Dak Prescott in his prime, a strong offensive line, and a defense that's been improving year after year. This is the time to go all in. Henry could be the final piece of the puzzle that turns the Cowboys from a good team into a great one. But here's where it gets really interesting. Sources are saying that this potential trade for Henry is just the tip of the iceberg. Apparently, Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office are working on a series of moves that could reshape the entire roster. We're talking about potential free agent signings, contract restructures, and maybe even more trades. The message is clear. The Cowboys are going for it all in 2024. They're not content with just making the playoffs or winning the division. They want to bring a Super Bowl back to Dallas, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to make that happen. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical. We've heard big promises before, and we've seen moves that didn't pan out. But this feels different. There's a sense of urgency coming from the Cowboys organization that we haven't seen in years. They know the clock is ticking, and they're not willing to waste any more time. So what does this mean for Cowboys fans? It means it's time to get excited. It means it's time to start believing again. Because if these moves pan out, if the Cowboys can land Derrick Henry and make a few more key additions, we could be looking at the most talented Dallas team in decades. But here's the thing, nothing is set in stone yet. These are still just rumors and reports. The trade could fall through, or another team could swoop in with a better offer. That's why it's crucial for Cowboys fans to make their voices heard. Get on social media, call into sports radio shows, let the world know that you want to see this trade happen. So, what do you think, Cowboys Nation? Are you ready for Derrick Henry to suit up in the silver and blue? Do you think this is the move that finally gets us back to the Super Bowl? Or do you have concerns about giving up too much in a trade? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for all the latest Cowboys news and updates. Remember, this is a developing story, and things could change quickly. Make sure you've got those notifications turned on so you don't miss any breaking news. And if you want to support the channel and get exclusive Cowboys content, check out my Patreon page. The link is in the description below.